SOLN. Outrageous characters, real life.
Good morning, Canada. Welcome to RCTV. On this week's episode, we're going to be seeing a car that does 100 miles an hour. And also, we're going to be heading back up to Beaton, Ontario to see some float flying. But first, Eliminator indoor crawling. Here we go.
Eliminator RC presents RCTV, your radio-controlled authority. Brought to you in part by RC Pit Stop, bringing the best of RC to BC since 1989. And John's Hobbies, Toronto's local hobby store. Featuring Ryan Gobiel and Nick Rack.
Hi guys, welcome to the 2013 Eliminator RC Indoor Crawler Comp. Paul, what do you think we're going to see today?
A lot of carnage, a lot of breakage, and a good time.
I'm going to go back to judging, Paul's going to get back to crawling, and you guys stay tuned for more crawling action.
We're doing 1.9 scale, and this is Chris Lawless. Okay, let's go.
All right. See, I have a hole dug for me there.
That was good.
Just need for a bit.
Jamie, what skill did you use on the course today to get you through?
What skill did I use? Let's chalk it up to beginner's luck.
Did you have any methods going over the gates, whether you're going to try to drag it through or just hammer down?
No, you know what? For the most part, took it as slow as I could.
Definitely seems to be the skill that a lot of guys are taking today, whereas other guys are just beetling it down like, ow, and they're just going through and hitting every gate possible. So what have you done to your truck to prepare for today?
Just a linkage kit. Yeah, I do have the metal rims on there, the steel rims, so that gives it a little bit of weight down low. Good job.
Well, if you guys have seen our previous episodes about our rock crawling course we have indoors, you'll see that Paul's been a big impact on the whole course, and he definitely changed it over again. If you notice, we have a couple big bridges, we got a tunnel, we got lots of cool obstacles, and he definitely made a challenge for every crawler. What did you use for method behind the madness here?
Just madness, really. I figured I'd take what we had, made it harder, and just really push the limits of it. And we worked on it so that people could continuously just drive around and around and around without having any designated kind of singular line with a stop point. Seemed to work out pretty good, I thought.
Hi, Mom! I'm on TV! How's jail, Dad?
I'm not in jail!
Oh, that is lucky.
Bust it out.
So, here we have Al with us. Al, what did you do to make it through the course today?
Lots of throttle and very little self-moderation. Didn't do very well, but I had fun.
Al was telling me a couple weeks ago that he'd never buy a rock crawler because it'd be boring, and I think I won because he has a rock crawler now. So you enjoying your SCX-10 there, Al?
Yeah, it's a nice little truck. It's bone stock still. Haven't done anything to it other than move the battery up front.
I think you need some Barbies in your Jeep, Al. We'll have to go to Toys R Us and get you some Barbies.
Sounds good. Almost landed on the wheels.
As you can see, Paul's trying to get around the gate without using reverse, just to save himself some points here, because really it's going to come down to every point counts. And we have a reverse. This is 2.2 comp. The reason why it's 2.2 comp is because it's motor on axle or dig or four-wheel steer. Paul's running an XR10 base, and he also has dig with dual motors. So Paul just took a rollover. That was 10 points, and actually that may have worked in his favor because he got to go to the next gate without going through this hard section. Oh, the tap up. Call that one the double tap. Wow. That was luck. That was the seat of your pants. And it ain't over until the back tires pass through. Oh. Paul did not bad. He actually had a couple points off, but his back tire did take the last gate, so that did cost him an extra 10 points. But that's the part of the 2.2 comp class is it's really challenging because it's the best of the best. So he did quite good, but he's not too pleased with himself, I don't think, even though he's all smiles. Just like Paul, Keith's using dig to get around the tight corner here. Nice part about a dig is you can actually hook the rear tire and pull the front around. Keith's literally almost touching the gate, and if it moves, it's a point. And it moved. Just skimmed it.
Course pretty challenging. I think I did pretty good on it this run. We'll see if everybody else does and stack up at the end of the day.
So here we have a tiebreaker between Chris and Jamie. Even with 2 rounds, we still had a tiebreaker here. Six points off, so that makes Chris the winner. What was your method on the course today for getting around all the obstacles?
Go slow. Go slow and take your time. Make sure you don't hit anything, I guess.
So was it a purely luck thing, or did you have it all planned out which way you're going to take around the gates?
I think it's all in the truck. Pretty much out of the box. I put pit bulls on it, but that's about it. Yeah.
So this is truly Chris box stock lawless, because he's been like that for years and done quite well.
SS Super Stalker.
Well, thank you very much for coming out, Chris.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I hope you guys had just as much fun watching today's episode as we had competing. Keith, what'd you feel about today?
Today was good. Good comp. Fair rules. Let's go back to crawling.
All right, you got it, Keith. Let's get back at her. Do you find your hobby life flatlining a little bit? Here at Eliminator RC, we're here to revive you. Hi, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Dylan.
How about trying something new in the hobby, like planes and boats?
Helicopters or cars?
Quadricopters. There's always something new and exciting to explore. How about coming down to get yourself a new toy at Eliminator RC, e-rc.ca, or 120 Higgins Avenue in Winnipeg, 1-800-870-6346.
Does your weekend resemble this?
Mommy told you to cut the grass.
I am cutting the grass.
Perhaps like this.
What are you doing?
I'm making a rock garden.
I told you to rake the leaves.
Dad, I need help with homework.
I'm raking.
If you're thinking yes, don't worry. You're one of us.
No!
You can't have all the fun. Now rake them again.
RC Pit Stop. We have your back. Really? They call this fun? Not anymore. Welcome to John's, the place to discover. For 60 years, we've been Toronto's destination place for all things hobby. Amazing selection. Check. Friendly, knowledgeable staff. Check. Parts and service. Check. John's has the neighborhood feel that says you're getting the right hobby at the right price. So,
where are you gonna get it? John's.
Serious about RC fun? Then go with the experts, PM Hobbycraft. No need to wait in the car. There's something for everyone. We're experts in micro-helis and massive choppers, warbirds, racers, or stunt planes, crawlers, cars, or trucks. And that's not all. Science kits and crafts, die-cast, airsoft guns. Calgary North and Calgary South. 2 locations and twice the fun. PM Hobbycraft. Shop at our stores or shop online and benefit from our fun experts in every department. And now it's time for the Eliminator RC Tip of the Week.
Hi, I'm Ryan from Eliminator RC. This week's tech tip's going to be choosing the right radio for you. You got to make sure that you get everything you need in a radio, whether it be multiple channels, multiple model memory, digital trims, being able to set up exponentials, EPAs, throws, and mixes, and all the other good stuff. An example of a mix is when you use one or multiple channels to do an orientation. Here on a swatch plate of a heli, we have the cyclic servos, the 3 servos on the side, mixed in for when we want to add pitch. They'll all come up to add a positive pitch. Negative pitch will go down. All the 3 servos move individually, like the stick wants it to. So we got a left, or right, left, forwards, backwards. Now, when we add throttle, they all move up to pitch the blade. By mixing all the servos like this, You don't have to run any bulky wires or make yourself any Y cables or reverse mixers or anything. It's all done in the radio for you. That's why choosing a radio that can do that is very important if you look at doing something like a helicopter later on. I'm Ryan from Eliminator RC. Now you go have some fun with your RCs.
Okay, good morning, folks. I'm here with a fantastic builder. This is Don Dow. Don, what an amazing looking helicopter. Man, I've never seen one like this. Tell me a little bit about the history of the helicopter first and why you built something so big. This is great.
Well, it was built for me by Danielle Grand-Maison out in New Brunswick sort of thing. So it was a total turnkey system. He installed all the electronics, all the components sort of thing.
So it's not a kit, obviously.
Oh, it's a kit.
It's an actual kit, but it doesn't look like one because it looks like there's been a lot of work put into it.
It was a hell of a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's got lights on it and everything. Now, this isn't a regular helicopter. I can see that there's a turbine on this, actually. Is that an actual jet engine, then?
Yep, that's a Jatakowski. It's not that well known. Mainly, they use them for UAVs sort of thing, but they do make a few for radio control work.
Now, this is considered scale, obviously, because you do have the detail in it and everything.
Yeah.
Did you do anything to it to yourself as well? Did you put anything on it yourself when you were putting it together?
No, it was all done by Danielle.
And what would a helicopter like this cost?
Total turnkey system, $35,000.
Wow, $35,000, folks. That is an expensive proposition to get into. This isn't for a rookie, obviously. What is it like to fly it, Don? Is it quite difficult?
No, it's not difficult. It's just a question of getting used to it because it's heavy. So you've got to think ahead of the inertia that it has, the momentum sort of thing. It's just something you can't flip around, hot dog or anything like that. You got to plan your landings, your turns and all that, and keep thinking.
And it has an amazing sound to it as well. Folks, to show you how scaled this is, there's an actual magnet right here and another one right here perpendicular to it. So when you do open the doors, you click onto the magnet and the door stays open. And that's fantastic, Don. The detail on this is great. How heavy is it, first of all?
53 pounds
so
without
that's
fuel.
With fuel? What are we looking at? With fuel, how much are we looking at? So maybe 3 to 4 pounds more.
Yeah, that's like 55 pounds.
Is that a hindrance being so heavy in the air, or is it a little easier to fly?
It's a stabilizing factor. The only thing you've got to be conscious, when it starts moving forward, you've got inertia there.
Yeah.
You've got to think ahead to be able to stop it, to maneuver it.
So
you don't hot dog.
She flies beautiful. You can see right now she's flying beautiful. She's quite stable in the air.
Yeah. It had mirrors on the front, but I took them off because they were always getting in the way. Because this is the pilot over here, and this is the observer. And on this door, he can sort of see out because they lift low.
And that's why he would tilt his head out along the bubble so he could see down there.
Yeah, and he can also look in the mirrors, which are on front. But I say I took them off because they tend to get in the way.
Yeah, they tend to get in your way of flying. Amazing. Well, she flies beautiful. I mean, fantastic. Well, Don, thanks a lot. What a great heli, and that's the Llama. What's it called
again? It's the Llama, nicknamed Dolly.
Dolly. There you go.
Here at Eliminator RC, we do things big. Over 13,000 square feet of showroom and 100,000 different parts in stock. You can buy yourself a real hobby-grade RC. We specialize in dirt slinging and street ripping cars and trucks, water splashing boats, exhilarating helicopters, and of course, sky-ripping planes. We're also known for having a pretty cool hobby shop. Eliminator RC, 120 Higgins Avenue in Winnipeg. Check this out, e-rc.ca.
Through RC, I have learned the principles of aviation. RC taught me how to use tools. RC taught me history.
From radio-controlled cars and aircraft, plastic model sets, to a wide range of assortment of paints and scratch building supplies, RC Pit Stop has you covered. We have something for everyone. Drop by today and talk to our friendly staff about how we can get you up and running. RC Pit Stop, serving the community for over 20 years.
Your child needs more RC.
Whether it's big, small, short, or tall, get yourself down to John's and give him a call. Just steps from the Woodbine subway station, east of Toronto's famous Greektown area. Come see why people have made John's Toronto's #1 hobby shop for over 50 years. With a great selection, knowledgeable and friendly staff. Where are you going to get it? John's! 2188 Danforth Avenue, 416-421-1850.
Not Eliminator, not worth it. Do you want to break toys or start a hobby? At Eliminator RC, we support what we sell. We're Canada's largest stocking hobby supply with a 13,000 square foot showroom jam-packed with over 100,000 parts. We'll get you back in the game fast.
Hobby Grade is the answer. Just look at this parts wall.
Can't make it down to the store? No problem. We ship everywhere. Why frustrate yourself with a toy? Get a machine. You want it? We got it. Log on to e-rc.ca or phone 1-800-870-6346 to place your order.
The scope of RC is pretty large, but in comparison to full-scale racing, it's minuscule. We've come to the Langley Historical Society Raceway to test out a radio-controlled car to see if it can break the speeds of 70 miles per hour that averaged on this track. The Traxxas X01 is capable of speeds above 100 miles per hour. Let's see if we can keep it glued down here. I'm just driving the track now to get a feel for what it's like to go around here for a complete lap. Traxxas has a really cool option for all their vehicles that use a TQI radio now. You can hook up your iPhone or your iPod Touch to the radio and get actual on-screen telemetry of what the vehicle is up to. So this will also save our maximum speed on this oval, so we'll have actual documented proof of what we did. I'm going to try and do it from this position. I'm going to pass through there, get on the throttle into that corner, and see what I can do along this straightaway. Whoa! I'm hoping that this survived it. According to the dashboard here, my car lost traction and the tires spun up to 107 miles per hour before that wreck. So I'm going to try and keep it a little bit more under control this time. Oh. I got 93 miles per hour on the straightaway. Okay, 98 indicated before she lost it. This might be the end. We'll have to see. Okay, yeah, this is the end. We lost the front end. Our last pass was a little hard on the front end. We've broken a suspension arm, tweaked a bit of the back end, but all in all, I don't think this is going to be too expensive to repair and get this out again another day. Maybe we'll crack the 100 miles per hour. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.
Well, nice try, guys. But here the XO1 does do 101. Maybe you got to bring it from Vancouver down to Winnipeg, and we'll show you how it's done. Let's give you guys an inside look at the XO1. Here you go, Al. As you can see, Traxxas has done quite the layout with the Thunder tray in this car. It's designed to take a lot of the air and make it so that the body doesn't clap and it forces the front end down to the ground. If you look, it's designed to go in between the wheels, so it's a nice streamlined look. And it's got the venting on the back just to keep the back end planted so it doesn't skate around on you. They've even installed a nifty little air duct to keep that motor cool while you're doing your 100-mile-an-hour pass. As you can see, the center drive shaft's fairly long, but Traxxas took care of that. They put 2 bearing supports so you'd have no flex in the center. They are even running steel CV shafts, so you don't have to worry about a plastic shaft breaking under load. All in all, this car is pretty cool, and it's got lots of goodies. And for the price, you're getting a heck of a good deal. Well, enough of me talking about this car. Do you think you have what it takes to uncage this bad boy? Maybe you should pick one up and try it out and challenge Wes to see if you can do 100 miles an hour. Go down to your local hobby store and check one out.
Serious about RC fun? Then go with PM Hobbycraft and enjoy your hobby more.
PM Hobbycraft. Shop in our stores or shop online and benefit from our fun experts in every department.
We're fun experts in indoor copters or 3D flyers, short course trucks, truggies and buggies, Super Cubs or Sabre jets.
Hi, my name is Ty Tessman, and I rely on PM Hobbycraft for all my hobby needs.
Calgary North or Calgary South, 2 stores full of fun, fun, fun. Does your weekend resemble this?
Mommy told you to cut the grass.
I am cutting the grass.
Perhaps like this.
What are you doing?
I'm making a rock garden.
I told you to rake the leaves.
Dad, I need help with homework.
I'm raking.
If you're thinking yes, don't worry. You're one of us.
No!
You can't have all the fun. Now rake them again.
RC Pit Stop. We have your back.
Really? They call this fun? Not anymore. Welcome to John's, the place to discover. For 60 years, we've been Toronto's destination place for all things hobby.
Amazing selection.
Check. Friendly, knowledgeable staff.
Check.
Parts and service.
Check.
John's has the neighborhood feel that says you're getting the right hobby at the right price. So,
where are you gonna get it? John's.
whether you drive, splash, or fly, do it all with Manitoba's one-stop hobby shop. We stock cars, trucks, boats, planes, helicopters, rockets, models, and tools. At Eliminator RC, we support what we sell. We're Canada's largest stocking hobby supply with a 13,000 square foot showroom, jam-packed with over 100,000 parts, which means unmatched part support. Can't make it down to the store? No problem. We'll get you back in the game fast. Log on to e-rc.ca or phone 1-800-870-6346 to place your order.
Well, I'm here today with Tom Brockman up in Beaton at the Beaton RC Flyers Club. Today we have float planes once again. Tom, what type of plane is this?
That's a de Havilland Turbo Beaver.
What year would the real plane would have been built?
I'm guessing around the mid-60s.
And that was, I guess that's because the turbo technology wasn't readily available.
Exactly. The earlier one had a radial engine, a whole bunch of pistons.
Now, how long have you been flying the float planes now?
About 17 years, roughly.
Was it quite difficult from the transition from a regular plane to landing on water?
No, I kind of liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Water's kind of hard, though. If you hit it hard, it's like pavement.
How's she handle in the air?
Well, it's not really an aerobatic airplane. I know guys can do aerobatics with this type of plane, and I have seen guys fly this particular model with the wheels on it and doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, thanks a lot, Tom.
Oh, you're welcome.
Great looking plane.
Thank you.
Now tell me a little bit about this plane, right? This plane does not have pontoons on it.
No, this is a custom-built plane. It's a Seamaster, and it's basically designed like a flying boat. The whole fuselage is basically a float on its own, and then it has the components of the wings and the elevators and the motor. So the concept is half boat, half plane. It flies really nice. It's got very sharp handling, very easy to control, and it's just a blast to fly.
Is it a little bit more difficult to take off because of the added weight when you're, pulling on the water? Do you have to really?
The first time I flew it, with the amount of power, it actually breaks off the water very easily, right? But depending on your setup, if you have a smaller motor, it's a little bit harder to get off the water, but this one is very easy to take off the water. I would say I've been flying about 3 years now, on and off, and actually I joined Beaton 2 years ago, and a great bunch of guys, and the facility over here, our location is unbelievable, so that's why I joined up here, and it's I never look back.
Well, Rocco, thanks a lot. You keep
Appreciate it.
And there you go, folks. Join a club.
This airplane, when you turn it, you have to bank it and then use a bit of rudder to keep it from yawing.
So instead of doing the aileron thing.
With the other planes, it's usually aileron and a little bit of elevator to keep it going. So now I have to use 2 sticks instead of just 1.
Is that because of the floats, or is that just the design of the plane?
That's characteristic of the airplane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So even if you didn't have the floats on, it would probably react the same way?
Same way, yeah.
Why do you think that is? Is it design flaw maybe, or is it just?
This has a fairly long wing for the type of airplane it is. Maybe that's a characteristic of the wing. I'm not really sure why the characteristic happens.
So it's not really a performance plane, like you can't really turn.
No, you can turn this thing sharp once you know what you're doing, but I'm not there yet.
Well, there you have it, folks, some beautiful flow flying. Make sure you go out to your local clubs like the one here in Beaton. Join a club, even some of you experienced flyers. Go enjoy a beautiful day on a beautiful small lake out here or a pond and flow fly. Take care, folks. Yeah, I thought you can get down that. Anyways, what a great show we had today, folks. And sorry to say, next week is our last episode of the season. And we're going to be headed up to Winnipeg for a cool show and shine. And then it's all the way to Medicine Hat to see some cool RC flyers. So part 2 of that episode. And then we have an Axio buggy. And this buggy is, we're going to show you what it's like and how it runs and everything, folks. What a great season we had. I'd like to thank all our sponsors out there. And we'll see you next week, folks. Take care.
RCTV, your radio-controlled authority, has been brought to you in part by Eliminator RC, your one-stop hobby shop. RC Pit Stop, bringing the best of RC to BC. And John's Hobbies, Toronto's local hobby store.
I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna take it.
What are you gonna pay? It's $195.
Yeah!
What? Yeah! 345, 355 going twice. Thank you for helping out.
Storage Wars, weeknights at 8 and 8:30 on OLN. Tuesdays on OLN, Man vs. Food is taking you around the nation to find the biggest food sensations. Food legend Adam Richmond serves up one culinary challenge after another.
Are you ready for a challenge? How do you feel?
Who will stand tall?
This round goes to me!
And who will hit the food wall?
Do I have time to take a nap?
Man vs. Food Nation, Tuesdays at 9 on OLN.
Start your engine.
Them boys from the Duck Dynasty sure do have fun. Young Jace is always top duck when it comes to Hillbilly Olympics. But it ain't no thing to Willie as he zooms around in them speed buckets. My taste hole sure is a watering with Phil's catch of the day. Now, will somebody tell that old kook side to quit yipper-yapping? He's spoken the varmints. Wire up the boomsticks, Willie. I want to see some redneck fireworks. Duck Dynasty, Mondays at 9 on OLN. This is OLN. Outrageous characters, real life.
The following is paid programming. This program may include segments which have been paid for by the organizations or individuals